Hello. Today I'll go over C++ operators, operator overloading. Operators are plus, minus, multiplication, division, and plus also equal, comparison. There are many operators. Today I'd like to go over with a class called class time. So we would like to add a couple of classes, and I'd like to show you first old way, not old way, I mean traditional way, and then I'd like to show you operators converting them. So if we have a time, each time, let's say we have private data members, and which is first integer hour and also integer minute. So this is the time. Let's create our constructor. This is in public space, of course, and let's set the time initially. So I'd like to get integer time and minute. Let me copy paste some of the stuff over here. So this is time, this is integer minute, we are passing. So I'd like to set to mine. I am using the same name. I have to use this operator to refer to my date member data. Second parameter is the given parameter, right? So this and minute is equal to given minute. This is Visual Studio. It helps me greatly, since when you look at the color coding also matches. Okay, this is cool. So when I want to create a time class, time object, let me say more, breakfast time. Here's the breakfast time. I need to pass parameter because I don't have default constructor. So let's say breakfast time is 8:20. Okay, this is cool. Let's say I would like to meet 20 minutes after the breakfast. Let's say 20 minutes for the breakfast. So what I do is I'd like to add 20 minutes. I'll create a function which returns maybe nothing, and I say add, and I will just add, integer, additional minute, or just say minute plus. I'd like to add this much. Okay, so I'll come here, right? I just used my breakfast object. Oops, not like that. Breakfast object. And then plus add. And I'll add, for example, let's say 30 minutes later we are gonna meet. So I'll do this way, right? So I'll come here, and what I do is, because I can access the minute, I'll say this. I can directly access the minute plus equal to minute plus. So I will have my new minute. Let me write another function, void show time. So it will show the time of the current time, and I will just use this formatting if you let me. I'm going to use this one out, cout, and then doesn't matter. I don't need to spend so much time. Let's say hour, and put column here, and minute, and end line. Okay, this is cool. So I can do show time after breakfast and show time. So let's add before and after. Show time shouldn't take anything in it. So like this. So let's run this and then see what do we have. So we are supposed 8:20, now it's 8:50. Of course, we need to deal if the time, let's say, let's meet after 40 minutes, so it will be a problem. We will fix that later on. So this is okay. Or if I have, for example, two times, let's say I have another time here. This is lunchtime, and I'd like to add two times, okay? I just wonder how can I add two times. So I will need to have another add function, right? So the second parameter will be second, if I want to add integer, this time I'm using that one. But if I'm going to add another time, I will have the second parameter would be another time, and let's say other time. I can pass by reference this one, so I don't need to copy. I'm not going to change this time. I can make this constant. That's all cool. So what I need to do is minute equal to okay, other dot minute. So I'm going to add, and also the same way, let's do first hour. I'm gonna just copy paste here. So I have this hour, hour equal to others hour. Let me put this like this so we can see clearly. That's it. So I can come here if I want to show you that one. So, but there's something missing in there. We will be fixing it later on. Breakfast is equal to, for example, when I want to do add, I can add lunchtime. Okay. So, and then if I want to show time, let's see what's going to happen in this line. And this will be the last thing. 1670. You see, this is not a good thing because 70 has 1 hour in it. I need to move to here. It should be 1510. So, but we are not fixing that one. Just to, for easy coding, I have this code. Let me copy and paste over here easily. And this is the code. The update values. It will update the minute. Okay, my minute spelling is wrong. Looks like I'm gonna rename this one to with minute and preview. Apply all. It's cool. So this update values is doing, if I have extra hours, dividing by 60, I'll get extra hours, and do the modulus to get the remainder minutes. So I'm going to put the minute, and then it is military format. So what I'm going to do is this update values. I will be calling whenever I do stuff. I'm creating a new time if someone gives me, and also I'd like to do this if I add new values, so it will automatically update. I'm gonna share this code so you can see what is that doing. So when I run now, you'll see 1710. So this is cool, better. So, but if you look at this one, we can make this much easier than that. I mean, this is not intuitive. Can I make this as an operator? Operator, what does that mean? Can I do this? Can I come here and I'd like to do this. Breakfast equal to breakfast plus 20. Or let me put it this 30. So let me cut this here and I come, so it will be much better. So instead of this, can I do this? Okay, but if in this time I need to return new breakfast to this guy, or can I do this? If you look at here, no operator matches those operands. Operand type is time, then plus int. This is time, this is int. So what I'm going to do is I'll just come here. This add function, look at this add function. Let me close others so it's not going to disturb you, bother you. This add function, I'm going to just copy. But this is not returning anything for now, but I'm going to return it. You may say, why you are doing this? Because I am using this assignment. I'm going to return new time. So this is at the same thing. So let me use this operator. If I control space, it will come and plus. You may say, what did you do? I just did this one. Okay, this is the function actual name. So can you use operator plus? Yes. Instead of this, let me do this. Copy paste. And if you look at this, breakfast dot operator comes. It's a function actually. So I can do this. Okay, but look at operator is not returning anything. After adding, I am going to return the object itself. So I will be using this. And I will be using, oops, am I in the wrong place? No, the correct place, time. So I can return this as a reference because this is the existing object, or I can use as another copy. That's okay. So this should be fine. So if you look at it is gone. So I don't have this ugly thing. And if you look at this is working fine. So C++ compiler, if you want to use operator as a function, which is an ugly syntax, it knows how to deal with this plus sign. So actually this plus 30 calls this function. So instead of using add, maybe add is, maybe not universal. It is an English word, but some people make it maybe use, instead of add, maybe let me find some synonyms in the Google on the other side. So synonyms. So there are many things. People maybe use attach, put, append, join, connect, prepend. So we don't want to do those kind of names, and we don't know everybody can use, but this is universal. So we don't need to have this add function. These are both of the same. This is doing something nicer. So if you want to add two times, as in here, we are adding breakfast and lunch, I will do the same thing. Go to this add function, which is taking another one. You see, I'm just going to copy, paste. I'm going to leave both of them, whichever we like, we can keep that one. So instead of this, I will use operator, again plus, this is addition, but this time I'm adding time, so this function signature is different. So compiler can separate them, because if I pass in another integer, minute, so it knows it's going to call this one, because function takes some integer, some data, but this time we are going to send another time. So I will be doing the same thing. You may say why? Because I would like to add two times and assign it to do otherwise other time. So what does that mean? As if like this, I will say c equal to a plus b. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to change the value in a, neither b, but I'll add these two numbers and return as a c. So I'll just come here, and hour, I don't want to change the original hour. This is not okay. So I'm going to do this. I'll create one integer new hour. Okay. So that this is the new hour is equal to existing hour plus other hour. Okay. That's cool. I'm going to create actually int new minute. So this is the new minute. I'm going to add minute plus other minute. So what I will be doing is this. I don't need this part here. I'll create a new. Actually, I don't need to use new. I can create on the fly because it fixes the time, and I'll just say anonymous class new time and pass the new hour, comma, new minute. So I should be fine at this time. This is giving me a problem. Okay, yes, of course. Yes, okay. So now I will have the new time. So let's see this scenario, c equal to a plus b scenario. So I'm going to comment out this. Let it be right now. I'm going to update, I'm going to create a new time, meeting time, okay, equal to breakfast plus lunch. So this is going to work. Actually, if you wonder what I'm doing, if I want to copy this one and show you, I am doing this actually. Let me comment out this for now. Breakfast dot operator plus and passing as a parameter lunch. So you don't want to do this ugly syntax, which is a function call. Function is operator plus. If you do this, compiler doesn't care and likes it. So I'm going to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just print the show time. I'm going to add breakfast plus lunch. So let me comment out this one too. So let's test this one. So I'm not adding twice. This time I'm adding twice. So I'm going to get rid of this. This is just for as a reference. I don't need this. This is nicer. So let me do debugging mode. Let's see what's going to run. Breakfast. We created lunch. Show breakfast 8:20. I'm adding 20 minutes to this one. Let me hit F11 to branch into the function or in the operator here. So this is the 30 minutes. So we are returning new breakfast time, let's say 8:50. Nice. Now I'm adding 8:50 plus lunchtime. Lunchtime is this. So meeting time here 17:10. So when we want to show, there we go. So this is nicer and good. So you want to compare two times. You just copy this code. I'm just copying it to. So if I'm comparing, it should be bool. And if I'm comparing, and this is this operator, I'm passing other time. So how am I gonna decide, I will say if hour of this time, who is the calling one, not equal to, let's do negate, other time, I need other hour, of course, and I will return false, of course, and I'm gonna copy this, and I'll just come minute. If r is same, let's check the minute other dot minute. Okay, false, otherwise it is true. This is nice function. So what I can do is I can come here and compare two times. Let's stop this debugging. So if, for example, meeting time is equal breakfast, and I will just say out, they are equal. Okay, so let's see, we are not going to see that they are equal, else, and I don't need actually these parentheses, but see out, they are not equal. So let's run this, and you will see they are not equal. Hopefully they are not equal. If I want to compare the same time, meeting time with meeting time, you should see they are equal. Okay, hello world is just waiting there because I didn't use \n anywhere. Okay. So that is all for that. So why we need operators? Actually, you don't need operators, but you make your life of client who is calling or using this class and much ease. They don't need to remember your function names, because everybody knows the class equal to all of them is very common sense. And this could be you, because after some time you may not remember each function names. If you are doing some, this is time, but there could be other things you might be adding. Like if this is a currency class, you have dollar and cents, and you need to maybe treat each of them differently, so you can use it. And anything, I mean, you want to add two cars, add it. I don't know, to bottle, you can add it. You can do anything you want to add. You can use operators. You can make your own what is that, arrays or anything with array notations like vectors and other things, some data structures. You can make this like that, so it could be more friendly to adding stuff and removing them and accessing the some index. There are many operators. That's all from me. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.